Hello, YouTube and X. It's your main man, BTM here, bringing you back to the BTM Crypto News Network. Thanks for joining. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And as always, let's see what we can see. And I never have the dang Caleb and Brown up. But yes, like I told you, we survived the dip, and it looks like it pumped for a minute and it went back down. Where is Peter? Peter was right. We are at 22 or 0.22. But let's get started and see what we can see. Happy Monday. And let's see. This is Caleb and Brown. Shout out to Caleb and Brown, your crypto brokerage. Caleb and Brown does help you with your crypto and offer you 24/7 human support. Someone is on the phone to help you navigate the exciting world of crypto and help you understand about all the questions you have, need, or want answered for crypto. You get a one-on-one personal broker. Your broker knows you, knows what you're looking for, knows your needs. And also, if you saw the video from earlier and Jake Cleaver was mentioning, get your crypto off the exchange. If the exchange needs liquidity, they will lock you out and sell off your crypto. So once you get it, you got it. Make sure you take it off the exchange, not your keys, not your crypto. Caleb and Brown does self-custody the crypto, so you do have your keys, and that is one of the important things in the market. Make sure you get your keys if you're new to crypto. So shout out to Caleb and Brown. I've seen people have been signing up, so thank all you guys. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe as we get into it. Silver Days, BTM Crypto News. What up? What up, Silver? What up? Oh wow. Edward. What's going on? Let's go. What up, Ed? What up, Bay? What's going on? Silver Days, BTM. Let's get it. So, as you can see, we are on the crypto bubbles. So, Telegram's up 7%. Prime's up 7.7. Solana's up 2.4. Link is up 2.4. Algorand is up 3.6. XCN is up 1.5. HBAR is up 4.2. Stronghold is up 3.7 on the day, down 0.3 on the hour, down 12.6 on the week, down 17.7 on the month, down 55.6 on the year at the 006. Stronghold might be pumping on back up. I might do a Caspa video later. Caspa's up 4.3 at the 0.3273 cents, up 0.6 on the hour, down 18.1 on the week, down 27.6 on the month, down 71.5 on the year. Buy the dictated chip. If you want to get into Caspa, now would be a great time. This is not financial advice. This is just for entertainment purposes. Jasmine is up 4.5%. Helium's up 1.5%. CC, which is Canaan Network. If you haven't checked the video out, check it out. I do have a actual video where it's going over Canton Network and their ties to Wall Street. But check that out. For the hour, it's up 0.1. For the day, up 8.3. For the week, up 22.3. For the month, up 20.2. And it is at 18 cents. Litecoin's up 1.5. ICP is up 1.7. Ondo's up 2.1. Trump's up 2.1. Sui's up 2.1. Chrono, which is the crypto.com token, is up 6.8. I need to check that out because I do have a lot of NFTs. I need to check to see if there's value there. Polymesh is up 1.3. XRP is up 0.6 on the hour, 1.5 on the day. Down 14% on the week, down 18.8 on the month, and down 36.5 on the year to $1.63. There is rumors that they did get added to the crypto strategic reserve today in that meeting with the President Trump and the crypto community trying to, I guess they're trying to speed up the Clarity Act or fast track it or get everything on track for that. I don't know. I'll look at that later. Ondo's up 2.1. Airdrome Financial has been doing pretty decent lately. Actually, it's up 8.1 the day, 1.8 on the hour, down 10.5 on the week, down 26.8 on the month, and down 52.4 on the year. Might be a decent investment, but this is not financial advice. I just thought about something. Back on the conspiracy side, it's weird. Crypto is down right when people are going to get their taxes back. I don't know. But I do, in a video earlier, they were talking about how Binance is buying up Bitcoin. So is Sailor. So even with the market downturn, these guys are buying like crazy. I don't know if that's a good sign or a bad sign, but it does mean they're looking at the long term and people are looking at the short term. I guess if you had the money to spend, now would be a good time to double down on your investments. But I don't know, would have to check into that, and it comes down to your personal conviction. But I'm here, bro. So it doesn't really matter at this point. I'm deep enough in where bailing out now won't help me. So I'm going to buy the dip. Lithium's up 4.8. Near's up 2.6. Render's up 4.7. Pi's up 1.6. Cardano is up 3.7. XNO is up 1.9. Cosmos 2.9. Bitcoin CSV is up 3%. AIOX is up 4.9. Tons up 2.5. CVX is up 3.9. Satoshi's is up 4. Ingest is up 3.3. AIS Alliance is up 0.2. XLM's up 1.5. Let me know if we need to add anything to this list. I ask people all the time, but sometimes don't get responses. But most of the time, we come up with some pretty good bangers. Jupiter is up 8.8. Storms is up 2.5. XVS is up 3.9. Tau is up 4.6. Gala's up 1.5. What is this? AIXBT is up 0.3 on the day, 0.8 on the arrow. Nero's up 2.2. Filecoin 2.8. Avast is up 1.7. Theta is up 3%. Nexo's up 1.8. Powell's up 12.2. Cubic is up 18.2. I got the hiccups or something. Excuse me. BGB is up 0.9. SQD is up 0.8. Dash is up 1.2. And Pith is up 1%. And World Mobile Token is up 5.7. Something we're watching. I did pick some up while I was down, so we're definitely going to ride that back up. Bitcoin is 78,766, up 1.5 on the day, up 0.6 on the hour, down 10.5 on the week, down 12.9 on the month, and down 19.2 on the year. Go over to Ethereum is up 0.9 on the day, 0.4 on the hour, down 19.8 on the week, down 24.7 for the month, down 18% on the year to 2,346. Under 3,000 is a steal, but we will see. XRP is up 0.6 on the hour, up 1.5 on the day to $1.63, down 14% on the week, down 18.8 on the month, and down 36.5 on the year. So, of course, ZBCN's up 0.8 on the hour, down 4.6 on the day, down 20.2 on the week, down 12.2 on the month, and still up 155% on the year, down to that 0.022. Exactly what Peter was saying. It's strange Peter's not on here, but I'm sure he'll show up at some point. But shout out to Peter. And this is the Discord. Just dropping a note for our Discord fam real quick. So let me know if you guys join the Discord chat. Stay current on what is going on ZBCN. Get a lot of my information from the Discord as well. Moving forward. There he is. What up, Peter? I guess you were right. Down to 0.22, man. Right on the number. I don't care. Let it down. I'm here. Let it down. I'm here. Let it down. Okay. But I think that's the number you're talking about, that 0.022. So we'll see. Hopefully the bottom is in. But if not, I could go down a little further because I can pick it up, right? It's coming down for us to pick it up. Why am I clicking on the actual screenshot? It's skinned the 0021. I could be wrong this time, but I don't care. I'm still accumulating. Of course you are. No problem with that. I actually like the dips, bro, because I can pick it up. If you have long-term conviction, the dips will never be a problem. If you're holding anyway, right? It doesn't matter if the price goes down. It's not like you was going to sell it in January, were you? Right? Anybody had plans to sell it in January? We knew this was a long-term investment or longer-term investment. We knew it wasn't going to max out by January. So it's just either you're getting in deeper or you're getting out. I talked to a few people that are getting out and a few people that are going deeper. So I don't know. No Diddy. What's good, fellas? You know I'm always here. All right, Peter, what up? Thanks for joining. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Let me turn this banner on right across the bottom there. Shout out to the super chat. And if the super chat doesn't work, you can hit us up with Cash App. Thanks to everyone that's contributing to the Cash App. Just trying to keep the lights on here on the BTM Crypto News Network. And with the crypto market, keeping the lights on is becoming crazy. This is shout out to Creative Control for putting me on to the crypto, introducing me to Zebec. Met him back in July at a Little League football practice. Started a conversation, turned into a brotherhood, almost 2 mil. ZBCN later and 7 months strong. ZBCN keeps making real moves. Proud to be part of the community. Shout out to Wallace. Thanks for joining. This is Zebec by the dip. That's what I've been telling you guys.
Buy more Zebec.
Buy the dip tater chip. That's kind of like the posting I made, actually, with the Phoenix. But the Phoenix is real, guys. It's coming back, right? Like the ashes from burning it down, it is going to pump back up. Imagine getting paid the minute you leave work. The Zebec lets companies stream payroll hourly. The faster money moves, the more options you have. future of work is Web3. And yes, I've been saying that since the beginning, right? Since I first got into the Zebec. When people find out you can stream your check, you don't have to go to these freaking predatory lenders and what is that? The Title Max, allegedly, supposedly, companies that are giving you 400%, 600%, 1,500% loans. I think somebody showed me a loan they was looking at that was 3,000%. Bro, I don't know what's going on, but if you got to get a loan for 3,000%, you might need to reconsider what you're taking the money out for. A 3,000% loan, you never pay that off, right? That's freaking extortion, man. Love the dips, no rush to me. I have passive income over only the over leveraged are crying. Of course, right? This is just a savings account, right? And yeah, I certainly forgot about the super app. Can't wait for the super app. Hopefully, they make it no time limit for how long you can stake 10% or more than most banks. Hey, I think the bank's only like 3 to 5%. Anything over 5%, bro, I'm throwing everything at it. Currently, I'm staking on Uphold with what is this? Cosmos. Uphold has a staking for Cosmos of 15%, bro. 15%. That's better than a money market account. 15%. It's not financial advice. This is just for entertainment purposes. But staking 15% every 3 days, I think it is. Like 3 to 5 days. So I get the 3%, 3 to 5 days. So if they start staking on the super app more than 5%, I'm throwing as much as I can and staking it and watching the money compound whatever it is. That interest adds up quick, right? Pennies equal dollars, folks. And if you put it there, you're not doing nothing anyway, right? It's like a savings account. To me, it's like a savings account, but I'm earning interest on my savings account. If I need it, I can get to it. But for the most part, I'm going to let it sit there and keep accumulating. AIM staking Casper. I'm staking Casper on Uphold. Casper or Casper. And let me see what kind of percentage that is, my guy. Let's start the video.
You're saying if I'm working for an employee that actually has this, I can get paid like as soon as I walk out of the building up to the hour.
So that's where I focus my time, is figuring out which of these digital assets are actually going to be used and for what purpose. And so, like I talked about, it creates transactions that are more efficient. So you could think of your paycheck. There's a thing out there called Zebec that allows you to stream payments up to the hour if you were working. So you wouldn't get paid every 2 weeks. You get paid up to the hour. And the faster money moves, the faster money is available to you, the more you want to spend it.
So you're saying if I'm working for an employee that actually has this, I can get paid like as soon as I walk out of the building, I can get paid up to the hour?
Yeah.
Oh, wow, that's ridiculous.
So, and that's the way that things are going to transition.
You're saying if I'm working for an employee that...
I know that's right. And with layoffs looming, people are looking. Yeah, I found it. 12.65%. I don't know, man. I'm gonna have to throw a couple dollars in there as well. How much is this? Oh wow, 003. I'm gonna have to stake on that one too. That's weird because this didn't come up in my initial stacking list, right? Like it shows you all the accounts for staking. It shows you all the accounts you can stake, and I didn't see this one on there. I know I got BitTensor staking, and I'm staking Cosmos only because Cosmos has staking at 15.15%. And Tau is only 4%. I'm gonna have to drop my Tau and put it into Casper, actually. What is Casper anyway? I know what Casper is, but what is Casper? I've heard people talking about it, but I don't know. Is the native token for Casper Network, a pioneer small contract platform rooted for speed, flexibility, the same as Casper CBC protocol underpinning Ethereum's transformation proof of stake. So if it's here, it should be here. I need to add it here. But at what is this? I think it was freaking nose itches. What was that, 15%? Let's see. There it is. I'm gonna keep an eye on this boy. Because yeah, this might be a good pickup, Bay. Appreciate that information. It's added to the favorites. We're gonna keep an eye on it. Where is it? There it is. Anything else you staking that's over what was it? Over 10%? Let's see. CPR. Man, let me know. I'll definitely throw a couple dollars at it. What up? Ow. Trying to read that name. What up, Al? Thanks for joining. So I think we finished the bubble. We did finish the bubbles. So this is Captain Jack, ZBCN. The community keeps asking. The builders keep shipping. The rails keep expanding. So we ask again on chain and loud. Will Binance, Coinbase, and Robinhood list ZBCN? Zebec is an idea. It is a infrastructure powered by real-time payroll, global payments 24/7 by the second. And the reason they haven't listed it, guys, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, because they are stacking it. As soon as this starts pumping, when it hits 1 cent, you're going to see it everywhere. And that's when they're going to make their money, because they're going to list it and things are going to go crazy. But until the end, they're not going to list it. They're not listing it until it gets over a penny. I can let you guys know that now. And all they got to do is flip the switch, guys, because they're already prepared. They've been watching it. They've been researching it. Now they're just waiting for the actual amount to go up so they can make money. I was telling my crew earlier, the whole crypto market implosion is a ruse. It's a scam. It's a flim flam. These guys are buying crypto off chains, so there's not getting reported. I think that was in one of the videos earlier. They're buying it off chain so it won't get reported, so the price doesn't go up. So when the price goes up, they're going to sell all this crypto they bought on these red days right back to crypto holders. I would say us, but I don't want to say us. They're going to sell it right back to crypto holders to buy it and make a fortune going back up, right? This is typically how these guys in finance work. They find a way around the rules to manipulate the price. When the price goes back up, then they're going to sell it and make money on the way up. Tau is just hold on cold storage. Just buy more unless you stake on a sub wallet. What up, Yazin? What up, Silver Days? But I think Tau's going to run, right? I think Tau is at a pretty low position, and now is a good time to get in because it's going to go back to its high. So it's like 50%, like $200 or something now. Let's see. Actually, what is Tau at? Yeah, it's under $200. Oh man, I should have waited. Let me see. Actually, let's go here. I want to see what the high was. BitTensor. I remember BitTensor was it in the thousands? So it is at $200. What is the high? All-time high, $767. So it's almost, was that 3? 6, 30. It's almost, was that 3? 6, yeah. 4 is 8. It's almost down 4 times what the all-time high is. So if you get it now and it ran to 800, that would be a 4x on that $200 investment. All-time low is $30 and it's still well above the all-time high. So I would think that's a decent buy as well. But let me know in the comments what you guys think. ZBCN, in my opinion, we're still back to 00225. I had to zoom out. Zoom all the way out to the year chart in order to give my opinion, pinpoint the chart. And second picture, we're dropping to at least 0018 to 0019. So be prepared to hold and let's see, hold or devour the dip. Not financial advice, of course. Fire sale, fire sale, fire sale. I know that's right. If it gets down below the 002 anything, it's a fire sale. 001977. Man, that's getting real close to the point I got in it. Tile 150. Anyone? You think Tile's getting down to 150? Oh man. Alpha DCA, hold alert. Pirates assemble. ZBCN is bleeding hard on the 1-day chart. That red, you already know. Start DCAing in now. If you haven't, secure the bloodline, devour the dip. Every single day, I repeat, devour the dip. 00236. These are generational accumulation levels. Load up without blinking. Weeks, months, years, who cares? Hold long term. I'm calling the tops and bottoms this year, but I will be stating facts. This is Big Balls territory. Legends are here. Truth, if you don't hold long term, you don't actually want generational wealth. You're the black sheep in your family. Prove it. Patience is a weapon. And that's for real, guys. Patience is a weapon. You'd be surprised. Look at the Bitcoin folks. Look how long they held, how much ridicule, how much of, you don't know what you're talking about, you're wasting your money. I know people that remortgage their house to buy Bitcoin. And these guys are living like fat rats now, bro. They remortgaged their house when Bitcoin was like 20,000, 10,000 range. And look at it now. Even at the low, these guys are still going to make money. But it's not financial advice. This is just for entertainment purposes. Buy the dip, stack the treasure, hold the line, and not financial advice, of course. And a lot of this is for people that are, hold on. I went outside and my freaking nose is itching like crazy. I don't know what's going on. But a lot of this is for people that are trying to get in and out. And I've been telling people all freaking weekend, this crypto is a long-term play. You got to wait it out. It's not quick money. It's not overnight fortunes. It's long-term. And like you said, anytime that anything that makes money takes time, right? It's not a quick thing. Let's freaking go. ZBCN, Crypto Queen, ZBCN's leaking gold. That's a lion. This is Android Master, I guess. Just forgot the names there. I was watching this video. We do have it online. Zebec Nation podcast episode 1 is live. Watch it now. And I'm mad I missed this. I don't know how I didn't get on this or get invited to this, but I'm getting on the next Zebec Nation, bro. Whenever y'all do it, somebody hit me up. Let me know something. I'm getting on it, bro. Even if I have to find it in, what is that? Invite myself in, bro. I'm going to be there. Captain Zach, ZBCN, ZBCN Pirates, the new Zebec super app, one place, one flow, card staking, streaming payroll, all reimagined into a single seamless experience. No more jumping between tools, no more fragmented money movements, just real-time value working the way it should by the second. This isn't a redesign, an upgrade of how Zebec's ecosystem comes together. Quietly powerful, built for everyday use, built for scale, coming soon. So shout out to the super app, which I'm still waiting for someone to say. The future looks bright. We're still waiting for that date. Bright Pirates, everything beneath one penny is a blessing. Keep stacking treasure. Think of your family. Plan your future. This is ZBCN Man. That ancient 1920 Biz Insider pep drops is hitting scary accuracy in 2026. Gnome 24, 20, 99K. This year, market vet nailed Bitcoin's path. Mid 2026 peak 100 to 117 vibes. Then it bled November 25th, 81K. January 26th, 81.2K. March 66.1. And right now, Bitcoin's grinding sub 80K dipped to 75K lows recently after the late 2025 top, exactly as I name warned. Buckle up, we ride, wild ride incoming. More pain to 66K or bottom forming. History says stack stats during the blood. But here's the real alpha in the end. Money will flow into utility tokens and real use case projects that survive the shakeout. Just hold tight. We're almost there. The rotation is coming. That's what I was saying too, guys. The rotation of money is moving around. The Bitcoin rotation is sliding because there's no utility there. And when it does hit, it's going to pump into altcoins. Altcoins are going to run, and then Bitcoin's going to come back. The super app is about to launch. One super app to rule payroll, cards, and staking and real world spending. Zebec payroll ecosystem. Employees and contractors access pay via app or pay card. Wages processed to employee bank direct deposit. NetPay handles USD payrolls for PayBridge enterprise clients. PayBridge powered by Azure HCM software. Hybrid tech build inside modern HR platform. Direct integration with stablecoin Rails Circle. The crypto wallets. Employees withdraw pay in USDC or other stable coins. Interesting. Very interesting. If you like it, I love it. Where are we? I think we read this one earlier. I guess these are more XRP, but I thought I did do a couple of what is this? Zebec updates this morning. Maybe not. Because I randomly put them in. I thought I did put some more. Zebec, this is CC. I guess not. Caspa. Ripple. Okay. Guess not. So ZBCN's at the 0022, down 4.308 on the 24-hour. Market cap's 216.12 million, down 4%. 24-hour trading volume is 12.64 million, down 43.12%, or up. Tripping. 24-hour trading volume is 12.64, up 43.12%. ZBCN is up to 93,739. For the 4 days, we gained 7. For 12 days, we gained 29. For the day, we're up 30. 3 days, we're up 208. For the week, we're up 548. For 2 weeks, we are up 1,599. For the month, we're up 3,517. If we've added 3,517, and the price is still going down, I don't know what to say. But I do know at some point it's going to go up. And when it goes up, it's going to go up like crazy, right? It's coming down to fuel up for that pump. For the hour, we are down 1.15%. For the 24 hours, we're down 3.9%. For the day, we are down 20.15%. For the 30 days, we're down 13.91%. For the 90 days, which is 3 months, we are down 27.63%. For the year, we're up 120.9%. And I think that was it. Actually, I thought there was some more data to look through, but I guess not. So let's go over to the chat and then we'll look at some videos. All this selling just makes it more scarce. I'm ready for 50,000 Bitcoin. I told somebody about a 50,000 Bitcoin. They were like, there's no way it's going to go down that far. That sounds like speculation. I'm like, bro, I'm telling you. They said that, you said that at 100,000, it went down to 90,000. It went down to 80,000, and it went down to 70,000 and kept rolling, bro. It's going to keep going. Time to buy more ZBCN or Zebec. What up, Jay from Japan? What's going on with you, fam? Thanks for joining. The fastest we drop, the better. And with that, Peter, what up, Jay? Let's freaking go. Silver Days. I spent $1,500 this week on XRP and ZBCN. Okay, Chad, I see you. Definitely going to get deeper into ZBCN and XRP. I did buy a couple $100 of both recently. I'm going to pick up some more if it continues to go down, especially the ZBCN. XRP, you win. Perfect. Appreciate you, BTM and chat. Thank you, Jeffro. No problem. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe and super chat. And I know people selling only just to get it back later. So that rebound in May is going to be something. And if Trump sends out these checks plus your refund checks, guys, you're going to see a crazy astronomical pump in the crypto market. I'm a pimp. I sold women last year for crypto. I see you everywhere of Silver Days. For real. Silver Days is making the rounds, brother. Silver Days, XRP for days. He's on it. My lady make good money being a pimp, and a plumber is great passive income. I'll go overseas and bag a couple and put them on OnlyFans. Okay. Make that money. Money. Tripping. My homeboy was forced to sell because he's married. Hey, whatever float your boat. I was following y'all. The Matrix is real, and we are deep in it. Jay in Japan. Gang battle? There is no spoon. Jeffro. Hello. Jeffro. Greetings, BTM. What up, Jay in Japan? What's going on with you? Oh yeah. Let's kick to the videos. Got a lot of videos to look through today. What's going on with your fam? This is a short video from, drumroll please, ZBCN crash hard. What's next? I guess this is Albas Aziz. I'm pretty sure I said that wrong, but it sounds good.
Falling below key support levels, things are absolutely in the mayhem with the crypto markets. If you guys are holding anything at this point, we are in immense fear, guys. Look at the index, 15 out of 100. Altcoin index also dropping 30 out of 100 in the next few days. That will come down as low as 15 or even 20. The market cap is at 2.5 trillion and Bitcoin is sitting at sub $75,000. We have not seen this in a long time. Let's take a look at how this has reflected in terms of the price of Zebec. Price is down, guys. I mean, really bad. If we look at the price action over a month, we're down almost 12%. Market cap can potentially come down below 200 million. Again, that hasn't happened in a long time as well. Volume is also down. If we look at AI, of course, we know that there's global crypto fear and selling pressure, oversold RSI and bearish MACD signals, ongoing capitalization, low volume and sentiment. So once again, it is because of Bitcoin, and there's a few other key factors that are causing the price of Bitcoin to come down. Again, let me know what you guys are doing with your bag of Zebec. Potentially, again, fingers crossed, not saying this is a financial advice or anything like that, guys. This could be a great time for you guys to get into Zebec. But again, I do encourage you to keep eyeing this project because there are possibilities of Bitcoin coming down even more. Bitcoin price falling to 30,000. So it's like there's a lot of influencers, analysts, economists, they are predicting a wake of a global market crash. We've seen glimpses of it last year, and we might be heading back into it, guys. It's absolutely scary. Crypto market crash today, reasons why altcoins are going down. So let's talk about this. Crypto market crash happened after Trump nominated Kevin Warsh. Soaring liquidations fueled the crypto crash. So another main reason for the crypto crash is soaring liquidations and falling futures open interest. Data compiled by CoinGlass shows the future open interest dropped by 10% in the last 24 hours to 113 billion. At the same time, liquidations jumped by 348% in the last 24 hours to over 2.5 billion, the biggest increase in months. So this is probably the biggest issue right here, guys. We have the rising geopolitical tensions. The crypto market crash is happening because of the rising geopolitical tensions between the United States and Iran. Trump has threatened to attack Iran soon because of the recent protest in the country. Bitcoin further plunges to 80,000 as the crypto slide deepens, right? If we go on X, we do see a lot of people buying Zebec, which again, in hindsight, is a good thing. So if we look at the holders, we do see holders increasing, and this is a good side to see, right? Especially right now when the prices are low, more people are sort of getting more aware of the project. And the good thing is the holding, I mean, in terms of ranking, Zebec is still holding strong at 134, which is good, which means that it's still in its position, right? So it has been at 136, 134, even though it has crashed significantly. It means that Zebec is still holding true. It's not being heavily liquidated, and other projects are, I guess, doing the same as well. So hence it hasn't really moved a lot, right? But the holders, like, the holders are growing, right? But this is the thing for the holders, right? Not a lot of people are buying in large accumulations, right? So the holders can be going up, right? So like if people, I guess, new investors are coming in, dropping small bags here and there, which is really affecting the market cap because it hasn't really come down. So more people have sold than bought in, or I guess more people with bigger bags have sold, and people that are buying in with smaller bags. Hence the holders are increasing. It's not really affecting the market cap. That's exactly what's been going on. So that's why you see the holders going up. But again, this is relatively, I mean, this is absolutely normal. This is actually a good site for a Zebec holder because this is what we want to see, right? We don't want to see the holders coming down. We're going to have more people liquidating their bags, and that will honestly just wreck the price of a Zebec. Once again, on X, everyone is bullish. There's hasn't been anything major regarding any listings, right? We haven't had any news about a potential Coinbase or Binance listing, nothing like that. A lot what we're hearing right now for Zebec is just more accumulation A lot of people are just waiting for the geopolitical tensions to kind of come down a little bit. We're honestly waiting for an outcome on what's going to happen. Are we going to potentially go into World War III? Honestly, there's so much uncertainty in the market, and we always talk about this, guys. When there's uncertainty in the market, people are scared, right? So what are they doing? People are buying stable coins. So if you look at stable coins right here, this usually happens. XRP falls down. We have Tether USDT that usually goes up in market cap because more people are just liquidating, right? Look at the price of XRP. XRP has been completely obliterated. Solana is going to be down less than $100, which is, again, we haven't seen in a long time. Cardano as well. So a lot of the alts, guys, are taking a major hit, right? And if you just go on CoinMarketCap, right? Look at the top right here. Bitcoin drops to its lowest price since 2024. That's almost what, 2 years ago since we've seen Bitcoin at this price. Are we going to continue to see Bitcoin come down even lower than $70,000? Like I said, the article said $30,000 people were predicting. Guys, I don't know. If that happens, everything's going to get completely wiped out. The price of Zebec right now, people are saying that it's holding relatively well at support key levels. Let's see how that goes. Honestly, I'm not making any plays right now at this current moment, just kind of watching how this plays out. If it continues to dip, guys, I will make smaller entries. But again, guys, we're sitting at like sub 220. We have come down to as low as like 215 million, which again is a very scary side, but we have bounced back a little bit, which is a good sign, of course. Like I said, the holders are going to continue to grow. So if you've been kind of looking into this project, look more into it, because again, now might be a great time. Remember, people tend to buy when the markets are in the green and when they see green candles. You want to be the person that buys in early on before those pumps. That's when you make the money, right? You don't want to be the one that when the project starts to gain momentum, you start to hop on the wave, then it starts to go up, and then you make a little bit of profit, or potentially even lose. But again, when the markets are red, guys, you guys got to trade hard. Nothing in this video is financial advice. If you guys enjoyed this short little update about Zebec, this video like, and I'll catch you guys on my next one. Take care. With Bitcoin falling below.
So shout out to Algiers or Albaz Aziz, I think that is. Because he was saying with the price dropping, it's good for holders, which kind of way it is, kind of way it's not. But with that happening, it's erasing all kind of profits. So if you got in above 70,000, that profit's gone, brother. But if you are just getting in, right, you're making a pretty good.
Hello, everyone. Back with Rue. We're going to do a Zebec masterclass, truly. And it's a mind map series of connections.
But I think that would be a pretty good pickup. So I don't know if this is bad or good, but as you mentioned, if there is a conflict in the market tanks, which is probably going to happen because there's a lot of things going on, and maybe Taco doesn't like the release of the Epstein files because it's about to get crazy. And if he were to go to war with Iran, we would definitely take a hit. But I don't know if that's a bad thing or a good
Morning
thing.
calm before.
Think about picking up Bitcoin at 30,000 or below. A lot of people have been losing a lot of money, but this is definitely a good time to buy it. Not financial advice. This is just for entertainment purposes. Let me know what you guys think in the comments, but that would be a really good pickup, right? I'm thinking 60K, and we sit there for months unless there's no conflict. Hi, Sensei. Jay in Japan. Hello, or here. Holders, let's go. My whole family is mainly XRP, but they finally FOMO'd into Zebec. Well, now is a good time. This is record lows, guys. I gotta tell you, I'm definitely picking some up. As soon as I come across some more dry powder, it is all going to Zebec. Let me know what you guys think about that in the comments. Trying to get over there 2 million mark, maybe the 5 million or 10 million while the price is down. But let me know in the comments. Let's see what Boozilla had to say.
Or global adoption. I'm telling you, the way the consolidation has come upon us on Zebec, ZBCN, I believe is one of the rarest opportunities in cryptocurrency. And it truly is the morning calm before the global adoption. The ZBCN pirate doesn't rush the tide. He meditates. He aligns. Then he sails. Real wealth is built in silence, clarity, and conviction. PayFi rewards, be patient. ZBCN. Oh, that's a badass picture right there from the one and only at Kid to Come Back. Make sure you guys follow Kid to Come Back. Link in the description. Kid to Come Back always be on fire with some amazing picks. Oh, check this out from Alpha Lion. Zebec Network has continued to show resilience. ZBCN, payments and payroll of the future. ZBCN. And then I said, at Alpha Lion knows ZBCN. Well, this is what Alpha says. Regardless of broader market volatility right now, Zebec Network has continued to show resilience, steadily growing and retaining its community, with the number of holders strong at 93,000 holders. This is a clear signal of long-term conviction and belief in the protocol's real-world utility. Wait till we get the super app. The numbers of holders is going to go over 100,000. We're going to have millions and millions of holders soon with Zebec. Also, guys, if you don't got your ZBCN, right now Zebec is $220 per 100K. That's a hell of a price. This is for entertainment purposes only. I'm not a financial advisor, but I'm here to tell you, hit my Kraken referral link in the description. We'll both get $70. You see, I've been getting like the $20 referrals and the $40 referrals, and I've been converting that into ZBCN. To get a pullback the way we have, this is amazing. We'll look at the price momentarily. I'll show you what I mean. Make sure you guys follow Alpha Lion at Alpha Lion. At Alpha Lion says for the Zebekian community, they're coming together. I'm not sure if you guys heard about it, but the Zebec Nation podcast is incoming.
Zebec is transforming payroll with instant secure transactions.
It's the future of seamless global payments.
Join the revolution.
Whoa, join the revolution. I better make sure my audio is working. Okay, good. I had to check my audio for the video because I'm actually doing something probably never been done before. The future of payroll and payments. Oh, I posted this in the Zebec Network group right here. The Zebec Network has also a group on X. I posted this in there. Yeah. Shout out to the Zebekians. I support the Zebekians and the Zebec Nation podcast wholeheartedly. Shout out to BTM Crypto News. Says Zebec was never built for long. Zebec was never built for short-term speculation. Real-time payments, streaming payroll, and programmable cash flows, real-time to be understood, and even longer to be adopted at scale. Infrastructure doesn't move fast. It moves deliberately. And when it works, it becomes invisible. That's the kind of build that lasts. ZBCN Zebec. And shout out to @Black Tiger Miner for that news right there. Zebec was never built for short-term speculation. It was built for real-time gains. No, it was actually built for real-time payroll. But you guys know last year I called the biggest call with Zebec. I issued the Million Zebec Challenge for $700. And less than 30 days later, it was worth $7,000. And then I told everybody to get 100K Zebec at $78. And less than 30 days later, it was worth $700. So historic.
Wait a minute. Hold up. Wait a minute. Go back. Wait a minute. Is this your main man BTM? Shout out to CKJ. Shout out to Boozilla. What up? It's your man. We are live. I did make this posting over the weekend. I was looking at the charts and playing around with AI, but I didn't know that it was going to get picked up the way it did. So thanks for that. And a big shout out to all the BTMers, everybody who's been holding me down, the whole Zebec family. Let's go. It's time to buy the dictator chip and ride it back up. Big shout out to Boozilla. We are live, baby. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And let me finish the video. I just heard BTM. I was like, hold up. Wait a minute. Let me run this back low key.
The Zebec Network has also a group on X. I posted this in there. Yeah. Shout
Just my guys, Nirvana. If you like it, I love it.
out to the Zebecians. I support the Zebecians and the Zebec Nation podcast wholeheartedly. Shout out to BTM Crypto News. Says Zebec was never built for long. Zebec was never built for short-term speculation. Real-time payments, streaming payroll, and programmable cash flows, real-time to be understood, and even longer to be adopted at scale. Infrastructure doesn't move fast. It moves deliberately. And when it works, it becomes invisible. That's the kind of build that lasts. ZBCN Zebec. And shout out to @Black Tiger Miner for that news right there. Zebec was never built for short-term speculation. It was built for real-time gains. No, it was actually built for real-time payroll. But you guys know last year I called the biggest call with Zebec. I issued the Million Zebec Challenge for $700. And less than 30 days later, it was worth $7,000. And then I told everybody to get 100K Zebec at $78. And less than 30 days later, it was worth $700. So historically, everyone knows I have been calling the biggest calls. And that actually leads into this. Now, everyone knows in the last few days, I've been talking about the Solana ecosystem. Now, I've been following Pump Fund, Solana, Phantom. You're going to need your Phantom wallet, which is you're going to have to log into Pump Fund. I showed you guys that Tim Draper was on the board at Pump Fund. Like, this is the gateway of Solana. Now, Pump Fund's trading volume is up 47% in the last 6 hours. Now, Pump Fund posted that. I was like, whoa, because most of the market is red. But some people are making gains right now. And that leads me to this. This week, Solana went from everything to everywhere. And Solana posted this 5 hours ago, and I said, you got that right. Because guess what? There's a new asset on Solana, and its name is ZBCN. And I'm going to have to go to the picture of it right now that we mentioned it. Look at the parrot running. Now, listen, the world of decentralization offers opportunity. Now, I've been hearing about Victor.fund that Coinbase acquired where people launch memes. But for some reason, I'm not going to get into the whole Coinbase debate about that right now. But basically, you've been hearing about the inflows with the amount of money inflowing onto Solana chain. So I said not to take advantage of this opportunity and to be able to launch a meme or launch an asset on the Solana chain. It'd be crazy not to. So this morning, at 7 o'clock in the morning, I dropped the information in the Telegram. I said, today, the Zebec parrot is born on Solana. Just like Zebec. Zebec was born on Solana. I issued the 10 Solana challenge, 10 for $100. It went to $2,400. Every call I ever issued crushed it. And I think my resume in crypto for 10 years clearly backs that up. I call this asset the millionaire maker on a Sunday. I said, check out Zebec Parrot, ZBCN. It's on Pump Fund. This parrot is about to shock the world. This parrot flies over the bears. And earlier today, it had a 4K market cap. It was up 36%. And I'm telling you, it actually ran up to like almost 10K, 14K market cap. And then it pulled back to 5K, 5.0. And I told people, listen, to go to $3,000 market cap to 14 to 20 to 30, that's not logical. You got to have your pullbacks, your consolidations, and your price discovery. So basically, when we shot to 14K market cap, we pulled back to 5.0 K market cap. That's price discovery. Now it pushed up to 5.5K. It's discovering the new bottom. Now it's like 5.9K. And right before I made this video, it was like almost 6K up 140%. So I'm just telling you, I think this is a rare opportunity to maybe increase your Zebec bag in the bear market. That's what I was telling everybody in the Telegram this morning. This is Operation Increase Your Zebec bag. Load up on ZBCN. So here's the thing. For those that may not understand how to find this, first you download your Phantom wallet. And then from there, you're going to log into Pump Fund. Then on Pump Fund, you're going to search Zebec Parrot. But still, under the purchase part, you have to connect your decentralized Phantom wallet to Pump Fund. And then you can purchase this asset with your Solana. And this is for entertainment purposes only. I'm not a financial advisor. Cryptocurrency is very risky, as they say. You know, it's up to you. If you like, you can just get 100K Zebec. You know, that's your short thing, which is on a tier 1 regulated USA exchange like Kraken or Uphold, which I say use Kraken. My referral link will both get $70. Tier 1 regulated USA exchange. But, you know, what Michael Saylor says, volatility will make you rich. I'm pulling up Zebec Network on the just to show the price. Volatility will make you rich. Zebec flipped back green. I did purchase like a little bit this morning, like a little tiny FOMO on this. I should definitely get more at this price. Right now the price is 0.0023. That's $230 per 100K. That is amazing. For about $115, you can get about 50K Zebec. Yeah, 115 exactly. $115, you can get 100K. And for $115, you can get yourself 50K Zebec on Kraken Exchange. I'm telling you, if you're smart, you'll get 100K for $230. Every penny this goes up is going to be $1,000 profit. So when we hit 1 cent, that's $1,000. 2 cents, $2,000. 3 cents, $3,000. 4 cents. When this goes to $1, your 100,000 Zebec is going to be worth $100,000. And here's the thing. I was here in the biggest bull run of 2021. You've seen the money we made in 2021. This is why I find 100K challenges for $100. When I first issued the challenge on Zebec, it was 100K for $78. So now it's worth $230. But guess what? It's still up on the year. And this is the only asset that's damn near up on the year. This has been the best performing asset in the last 12 months. Everything I touch turns to gold. Do not sleep on the Zebec Parrot. Anything I do not sleep on a Solana chain. I'm going to keep everything else separate for this video. But you guys know behind the scenes, we're working on a few things. Load up, get ready. Do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe on this video. Let me know your guys' thoughts in the comment. If you're not in our Telegram, if you're in our Telegram, I gave you guys a heads up at like 6 in the morning about the Zebec Parrot. And I'm already getting reports of people that's just crushing it. But we got the same goal, to hit the bonding curve. We're going to hit the bonding curve. We're going to get this bad boy to go live on Phantom, Serum, Solana. No, we're going to get it to go live on Serum, Ratum, and Phantom. And then that means pure liquidity. And then from there, if this thing is announced that it's on the DEX on Coinbase, that's why we call it the millionaire maker. Should I show it to you real quick? Let me see one thing on my page. I don't even think I showed it to you. But yeah, guys, like, comment, subscribe. We're going to get out of here for the sake of this video. There goes the bird running right there. Boom. See what the bird's doing. Let me show you guys this. I don't know if you've seen this or not. I don't think you did. Let me go to my replies real quick. I'm telling you guys already know everything Bozilla touches turns to gold. Since what, 2016? You know it. All right, so somebody said, which low cap meme coin is going to Valhalla? You know which one it is, right here. Yeah. No doubt. It's the Zebec Parrot, PZBCN. And then this guy says, what's the next meme coin? Moon meme coin. And I said, the Zebec Parrot. Chill. Chill. Like, comment, subscribe.
So shout out to Boozilla ZBCN. Does a great video, and you know
Heard about it, but this is a
let me put this up here, make sure this doesn't get moved. So on to I guess we'll run
Ladies,
this
gentlemen,
real
boys and
quick.
girls, how my snipers doing today? How you guys are doing?
Guess we'll run Trading Sniper real quick before we get down and dirty with Black Roo and Max with the deep dive. So let's play this one real quick and come back to see Black Roo and Max.
Fantastic. Listen, today we're going to be talking about the one, the only legendary Zebec Network. Now, before we jump into the news, let's just talk about this. Listen, I've seen people get scammed throughout the years, right? I know a few people, personally myself, that have got scammed in, what seems like the most obvious thing in the world. But, this is something I just want to talk about for literally 5 seconds. Look, if you go search up Zebec Network on Twitter, right, you obviously see the main page right away, right? The official boom there as well. I think you can see we have support live chat at Zebec Network and a help desk at Zebec Network. And I'm sure there's other pages as well. Listen, these are always going to be scams. Okay. These are always going to be scams. Not only this, but you have to realize that these companies, these pages are never going to reach out to you. If it's not from the official site, if it's not from the official Twitter page, do not ever bother replying back to these types of pages. Okay. Same thing with the comment section. If you ever see quote unquote me telling you to go to message a certain WhatsApp number or a Telegram page or, a weird link, never click that as well. Okay. I know a lot of people have, trust and everything in humanity, but sometimes, guys, humanity isn't always the best thing in the world. All right, there are bad eggs here. There are people that are going to try to get your money in scummy ways, so always just be careful. Now that we have said this, let's jump into the actual news. We can see Zebec Network, our next gen payroll tech, fuses traditional fiat rails with stablecoin rails. The Zebec super app is almost here. One seamless all-in-one experience for employers and employees. And we can see the Zebec payroll ecosystem, right? Boom, very nice. Wages processed to employee bank direct deposits. We have employees and contractors access pay via check, app, or pay card. Then we have Nat Pay handles USD payrolls for PayBridge, enterprise clients. PayBridge powered by Azure, HCM software, hybrid tech built inside modern HR platform, direct integration with stablecoin rails, Circle, ETAL, and crypto wallets. Employees withdraw pay in USDC or other stablecoins, right? So we could see, and also Angelica did say this, one super app to rule payroll, cards, and staking and real world spending. So yes, it's going to be ruling absolutely everything. We see a lot of people are super, super happy with this. And we also know in terms of the super app is literally around the corner. We did talk about this early January when they said it's coming soon. It's probably going to be a couple of weeks. And I personally estimated, mid-February should be like the maximum because, soon, you can't use the word soon and it comes out 6 months later, but soon is always a tricky one. Right? Because for some people, soon is a couple minutes, a couple hours, a couple days. The soon can be used in many contexts. Anyways, right, we can see from David, he said, I love seeing Zebec green. In fact, it's the only one in my watch portfolio at the moment. And then we can see, right, Zebec was 0.90% up on the day. So it was up roughly 1% while everything was selling off. And this is something we've discussed before. But look, Zebec, we know, is always going to be one of the best cryptos when it comes to ratios, right? When it comes to the sell-off ratios, it's always the best. When it was the 10th of October and we got that huge rug pull from the whole entire market, Zebec only dropped 40%. And you might be thinking only 40%. Yeah, it's only 40% compared to the other cryptos that on average dropped anywhere between 80 and even like 92%. You guys got to realize some cryptos literally dropped 90%. In fact, so many cryptos dropped over 80%. So yeah, when you do only 40% in that context, it's very, very good. And even when the markets always are selling off, Zebec is always maintaining its rank and sometimes even climbing up in ranks because it doesn't sell off nearly as much as other cryptos. And when it did sell off a little bit, when it was, one of the more sold off coins in recent times, that the context behind that was because we already pumped the other 2 weeks a lot. So sure, even if we sell off an extra 3, 4, 5% on the week compared to some other cryptos, we have to realize that, well, we pumped a lot while those cryptos didn't. So, and we're still outdoing them, right? We're still outdoing them. So, that's the fantastic thing about Zebec. For me, it is one of the most stable coins out there. It has a lot of institutional backing. And the best part about this is we are still so damn early that, when the time comes to celebrate, when the time comes to sell Zebec, when the time comes to see where Zebec actually fully, went after all of this, it is going to be very, very exciting. And, it's going to be something nice to look back at. Anyways, we can see, right? People chasing green candles and wonder why they fail. These are the moments you buy. Fear in the market is a key sign to buy if you know what you hold. I've been in Zebec long enough to know at Simon won't fail, right? I personally also have a lot of faith in the Zebec team and the actual crypto itself. Everything over the last few months suggests Zebec is going to do very, very well, right? Very, very well. And yes, this George is absolutely right. During the times where things are dipping are going to be always the best times to be buying, right? And it's one of those things, like, even if the markets didn't go in your favor, right? Let's just say things did become a disaster in 2026 and things get dragged on for another 2 more years. Well, at least your dollar cost averages are always going to be at low points, so that when things do start finally going our way or green, it doesn't take much for you because you were consistently buying at low points and not at high points. So it takes much less effort, much less money to break even, to even have a minor loss of 5 or 10%, to just make a little bit of money because you're consistently getting in at lower averages, right? Times like now are fundamentally some of the best times to be dollar cost averaging. I know some people obviously don't dollar cost average. They're looking for this one snipe play, where they just get in, they try to get the lowest, and that puts a lot of pressure on yourself, right? That puts a lot of pressure. But if you're dollar cost averaging, you accept, okay, right now I'm buying in at a fairly great price. I know things can still technically get lower in the next couple of weeks. It doesn't matter too much because you're still having that mindset of, okay, I know in a couple months, a few short years, I'm going to be fine. And in fact, I'm probably going to make a lot of money. We're the strongest community. Let's up and go. No fear. I absolutely agree. Zebec community is on fire, on all social medias, even on my YouTube channel. You guys are always, giving me even the most views, likes, comments, and support. You guys are absolute animals in the best types of way. Anyways, let's talk about this for a second. I'm not sure if I talked about this. This is a little bit older. This is 2 weeks old, but just in case I didn't, I feel like I genuinely didn't. I saved it. I never talked about it. Let's talk about it. 2025 was a breakout year for our Zebec cards program. From expanded chain support to new partners, our card suite continued bringing crypto payments into everyday life. And we can see, right, 63 million card volume, 20,000 plus cards issued, 575,000 transactions processed, 19 chains supported, 40 plus white label partners, 100 plus tokens supported, 97 countries, 3 cards offered. So very, very, very nice. Very, very nice. Great 2025. Now, before we go and talk about some of the basics, I do actually want to shout out the Zebec Nation podcast. They did upload their first podcast roughly 1 to 2 hours ago. And when you do see this video, this video will be actually posted very, very soon. And yeah, go check it out. The content's still fresh. We can see we have at least 7 people, what it seems like, on the panel. I myself haven't watched it just yet, but I will later on tonight. Anyways, let's talk about some of the basics. We see we are ranked 135 out of 8,954 active cryptos. We see over the last month, we are down 10%. Over the last week, we are down 17.5%. And in the last 24 hours, we are down 4.75%. When we go and look at something like the amount of holders, we can see, despite the markets being a little bit unstable, despite the world going crazy, despite, Zebec selling off and everything else selling off, we are still continuing to rise in holders because there's very, very high conviction for this crypto. Coinbase, we know, is literally around the corner. I don't know the exact date, but we know we're like 99% there. We're on the 99% loading screen. Once, as a Coinbase, Solana, and Zebec do their thing, we're going to have it officially announced, and it's going to be very, very exciting. That is it, though, ladies and gentlemen. Hope you guys did enjoy. I'll talk to you guys next time. Goodbye. ladies and gentlemen.
So shout out to Trading Sniper, and I think I had that gun. I think that's like a 25 or 380. I remember that little light on the front. But that's kind of interesting that
we've got a major update on ZB.
A quick update real quick, and then we'll get into the video with we'll get into the video with Black Roo. I just want to see something. I think there was another price prediction
channel, guys. We are checking out ZBCN.
But let's do this one real quick and then come back to
BCN today, because Bitcoin dropped a major level of support. And on the back of that, altcoins lost confidence. People started going into stable coins, and we showed that in the last video. So I'm going to show you this important level on ZBCN that does need to hold. And this is squeaky bum time for Zebec Network. So let's jump into the charts. And we've pulled back all the way on Zebec Network to 0.0023765. What we want to talk about on this video, guys, is the consistency between this level. This level is an important level, and this level needs to hold, because dropping this level is going to indicate that we've just lost a major level of support and we're expected downside continuation. So what we're going to do is we've got a Fibonacci retracement all the way from this swing high all the way to that swing low. Just bring up the zero, and that's going to give us our trend line. So we've got our trend line. We know this level needs to hold. That level, my friends, is 0.002127. Breaking a close below that is bad. So why is this level so important? We zoom out and we zoom out and we understand what an RS flip is, what was previous resistance for a long period of time during the accumulation phase. Once you break out, you expect that level to hold as support. So that's why we understand that. And if we just go out to this area here and we pull back, and when you pull back, one thing that you can see is this lower high here is consistent with this level here. So we come back down. This is accumulation phase, accumulation. Then you put in a higher high. What does that coincide with? This structure. What happens then? We pull back. What happens then? Double top, pull back, and then we get the big breakout, and then we start trending downwards. So we've come full swing. We've hit double bottom here, we've rejected, come back down, double bottom. So this is why 0.002197 is the area that does need to hold in the short term. So I'm going to bring up a couple of indicators. Firstly, are we overbought? Are we oversold? You can see one thing, pull up the stochastic RSI, underneath 20, we are oversold. So that's indicating that there's a potential swing to the upside. And what we need to do is we need to measure how big this swing is by the time we become overbought. Just an example, guys. So we're down here, we're oversold at this level. Remember, we were oversold at this level here. What happened? You got a pump to the upside. How high? To the 236. That was the resistance point. How did we know that? That was a resistance point. We needed to cool off. So you understand that when you're in an oversold position, you're waiting for the stochastic to come up. And ideally, guys, when the stochastic is overbought, we want to be 0.002983. We want to break, we want to close above this level in an ideal situation. So you've got to understand, we are looking like we're holding support. This is an RS flip. This is a strong area. We've done a double bottom, and then we need to monitor exactly how high the next swing is. So when you look at Zebec Network, for instance, and then you look at something like Bitcoin, the big daddy, Bitcoin's just dropped this major level, whereas Zebec Network hasn't, guys. Zebec Network is holding this key level. So that is good. However, we do need to monitor this going into the next couple of days. So if you're not a subscriber of the channel, you do want regular updates on ZBCN.
So shout out to this update from Crypto Bullseyes, and Bitcoin is big daddy. I thought that was funny, but definitely want to hold that support. I guess we'll do this one, and then we'll go over to Black Roo in X.
And in this video, ZBCN, another great altcoin that I see content creators speak about. This is one of those ones that has massive upside, massive potential, because there's actual value and utility here. There's people that see the vision and the future of ZBCN, and you know, this is one of the top
It's your boy,
RWA projects in the space. You see, like, for example, projects like I would think ZBCN has, you know, even more potential than an Ondo per se, because of all the partnerships and all the utility that they bring, right? Stablecoin, payroll, and seamless PayFi. What is also very interesting about that is stablecoin adoption, right? Stablecoin adoption is going through the roof. There's more and more stablecoins, more and more projects. that are, you know, more and more stablecoin projects, companies that are onboard into the space. That's one of the only things that's going up in the space, right? Stablecoin adoption, right? Compared to altcoins not so much. So Zebec, ZBCN tapping into stablecoin adoption is a very bullish thing, right? This is again, this project is basically like a neobank, right? Neobank meaning a decentralized banking system similar to the XRPs of the world, and we see how successful XRP is, bringing the blockchain to everyday life, different payment systems, etc. Right? You take a look at X for ZBCN, right? 276K followers, constant update, right? Constant updates, partnerships with Tangem Stadium takeover. That is extremely bullish stuff. You know, people from the team, founders, etc., covering the talking about the projects, doing podcasts with the project, a ton of reserves. Even look at this. That is bullish. USDCX on Alio HQ is now available via Circle X Reserve. So even things like this, right, where they have partnerships with Circle, that is extremely bullish stuff. So now through Zebec, there's the USDCX confidential compliant on-chain dollars. That's bullish. Partnerships with Circle. If you guys don't know, Circle is the biggest stablecoin provider next to Tether, right? USDC, the biggest stablecoin company. So a partnership with that company is freaking fantastic. So this is one of the projects that does not play around, guys. This is one of the projects I would think you definitely have to have exposure to, right? I think a lot of people's goals here is 1 million Zebec tokens, right? 1 million Zebec tokens, which is around $2,300, $2,200. I think that's a good goal to make, right? And if you can't afford that, 500,000 Zebec tokens, that's also a great bet to make. So basically just half of that, $1,200, right? I think that's a great investment to make. I think this project is one of the bigger projects in the space, one of the better altcoins in the space that actually does something that actually has value. So I'm going to be covering it on the channel, making consistent updates because I like these types of projects, man. I like projects that have value, even though I trade memes every now and again. I like projects that actually provide value. So ZBCN in a great spot. A lot of people think, $1 per Zebec is possible. It is, right? If you take a look at XRP, sitting at around 70 billion market cap, got to 100 billion market cap. It's possible for projects like Zebec. Now, obviously, it won't happen right away. It'll be long term, but patience pays, right? So, as always, none of this is financial advice. I think this is a massive project with massive potential. So I'm bringing it to the channel. Like, comment, subscribe, share, hit the notification bell. None of this is financial advice, as I've stated in all my videos. Thank y'all so much for watching. I'll catch you in the next one.
There was another quick video, and I know that voice. I remember that voice from a previous video. I'm not going to say who it is because I want to research to make sure that's who it actually is. But this is my main man, Cesar, with the
Ladies
price
and boys and
prediction.
girls, how much time are you doing today? I hope you guys are doing fan.
With the price prediction for Zebec. Let me go through the chat real quick because I am all the way out. What up, Tony's in the house. What up, Tony T? Zebec is gonna fly. The CKJ challenge. I have 4 million Zebec. Is that okay? Yes, it's cool. Smash the like X. We don't discuss volume of crypto. I don't want someone kicking in your door, cutting your fingers off, brother. So just keep it cool. But yes, thanks for joining. Thanks for sharing, subscribing. 4 million is plenty. Like you just mentioned, most people are just trying to get to 1 million, guys. And X, you can go ahead and push on up to that 5 million. Not financial advice. This is just for entertainment purposes. Silver Days. I'm down, though. Should I sell? Heck to the nah, fam. I want to hold for long term. This is just a small inconvenience. Excuse me. With the government shutdown looming, and I just found out that people are actually furloughed. But with the government shutdown looming, now is when you hold and you go deep. You DCA in and keep DCA in, brother, and hold. This if you're trying to create financial wealth for the next generation, act now, buy these dips for real, for real. It's only gonna be this low. It's not gonna be this low forever. Keep stacking. Don't look back. Not financial advice. Thank you, Silver Days. You are right. Continue to diamond hand, people. This is where the money is made. Jeffro thinks I will. Hold is the motto. Yes, hold is the motto. Let's hold. I know. Hold on for dear life. Thanks, Silver Days. I'll buy the dip and sit on my hands. Definitely buy the dip, tater chip. That sounds good. Acts 4 million. That's what I'm saying, bro. Hold. Facts, Jeffro. All right, Peter. BTM Silver Days, what's going on? The ZBCN Nation. What up, hitter all day? Let's get to Caesar and finish. Anyone having issues with Metal Pay app? I've been trying to upload Metal blockchain and XPR since yesterday morning and can't make a purchase. What? I don't have the Pay app, but got to be careful, man. Some of these apps be getting weird, especially when the price starts going crazy. Crazy down or crazy up. They want to lock you in. But let me check the Metal app and see what's going on there. But let's go back to Caesar and see what Caesar has to say.
ZBCN USD. Hit that like button, subscribe, and thank you all for being here. It is the second day of February. Here we are sitting at about $0.00229 with roughly 6 days, 7 hours left in this week. And it's more like 6 days, 6 hours left in this week. Again, hit that like button, subscribe. Let's get into it. It looks like what you have here is a tweezer bottom. You've got a little bit of a tweezer bottom, a slightly lower low, tweezer bottom with a slightly lower low. This is fake out territory, you guys. It really is.
And teal.
Like
Link firms is already positioning
maybe all
around
have the words fake out in them, right? Looking at this here on Kraken, not a whole lot of volume. Really not a lot of volume at all on ZBCN. Is it just BCN? Change symbol? Is it just BCN on Kraken? BCN? What the heck, man? Maybe they couldn't do it for some odd reason. Bybit, not a whole lot of volume. Like it's there, sure. It's not that there's no volume on the way down. Not a whole lot of volume. You would think after consolidating in an area for months that if you break out, you'd get some volume to back it up and you wouldn't just stop dead in your tracks as soon as you're getting to the good part. No, this kind of price action makes me think instead we're going to do the opposite. I mean, look at what we did here. Again, what did I just say? You don't consolidate for months, and then when you get to the good part, volume dies off, right? You don't stop there. You get continuation there. If you stop, what happens? Opposite. And I think we're seeing it happen here. I think we're in the exact same environment here that we were here, just to the opposite effect. And it seems so obvious, actually, looking at it like that. Looking at this on the 1 hour time frame. Nice, actually. I like this little double bottom. I like that structure. That's good. Like an Adam and Eve almost, or maybe an Adam and Adam. Kind of nice. 1 hour RSI is bearish overall, but you've got some bullish stuff going on. Stochastics look all right. The MACD is about to cross above the zero. We have a little bit of time left in this day. I would assume that we probably do close today above 0024 with the way the MACD is looking, but we'll see. 4 hour time frame looking at this here. You do have a flat base, I suppose. Flat base with descending highs. I don't know if I like that, actually. We'll see. What I will say is we don't want to come back down here. Triple bottoms exist, but typically they're not triple bottoms. What they are is just an inevitable break, right? That's typically what they are. I would like us to avoid going that far down. We can go a little bit lower from here. Let's just see, low to high. I would just like us not to go below 0022. Okay, don't go. Is that right? Yeah, 0022. Don't go below 0022. 4-hour RSI, bullish divergence. Hey, we're getting a little bit of a move off that now. Bit of a downtrend in the RSI, lower lows, lower highs throughout, right? You've been in this kind of downward range for a while.
Hitter all day. Let's go. The Decent Wallet. XPR is on there. I might check out the Decent Wallet. Even when it hits $1, I wouldn't sell my whole bag. Let's get back to the video.
Now, blemishes here and there. Hopefully we break out of this over the coming days. This week could be good if we do. Bullish divergence on the stochastics, bullish divergence on the MACD, and I just don't think that we've seen that move happen yet. I mean, this could have been it. I think that there's more to come. And again, by the end of the day, I wouldn't be surprised if we're back above 0024, maybe even pushing 00254, 0026, something in that area. High to low here. My expectation, if we go above this high, would be that we go to the 382. So that's at 00258, probably around 0026. We could be there by the end of today, in the next 6 hours, or maybe sometime tomorrow. Consolidate, configure there, probably pull back to the 236 to find support, and then we go up to the golden ratio. Perhaps by the end of this week, we could be all the way back up where we were before this drop happened at 0029 to 003. Yes, by the end of this week. And if it's not, if it takes longer, that's fine. Maybe it's sometime next week. You know, this difference here is this is Friday, Saturday. This here is Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday of next week. That's the difference. That's the only difference. So I don't care if it happens like this, or maybe it takes a little bit longer to form, whatever. Sometime soon, probably in the first half of February, we should be back around this 003 level and pushing higher. So that's good. Unless, of course, this isn't a low point. Unless, of course, we're going to break lower and then go lower. I've done this for a few different videos. Let's do it for this one. If we were to go lower, which is not my expectation, but if it were to happen, if we were to go lower from a low to a high, the expectation is the golden ratio from this point. You held the 0.5 that much. I highly doubt that we don't hold the golden ratio. You could, break through the golden ratio in one fell swoop and hit the 786 maybe. This does look to be like a giant kind of descending triangle at this point, right? Lower highs, flat base here. It could be a descending triangle. Descending triangles, by the way, statistically speaking, are less likely to work out to the downside if they're in an uptrend, which you are. You have higher lows and higher highs. Descending triangle does not mean you have to go lower. It is a bearish pattern with bearish implications, but in moments like this, it's more of a coin toss. I've seen plenty of descending triangles break out to the upside. I've seen it happen plenty of times. Let's look at Bitcoin, for example. Right? Or here, for example, you even had a descending triangle that did break out to the downside. If you sold once it broke out, that was the worst time to sell. It was the worst time to sell. Right? Here you had a descending triangle, flat or coming down with a flat base, and you broke out to the upside. Here you had a bit of an ascending triangle, and you had a fake breakout, and then you came down. Here you had lower highs with a flat base, bit of a descending triangle there, and you broke out to the upside. This descending triangle structure worked out famously. That actually worked out very, very well. It's not that it's guaranteed to go down. It's just not a requirement, is all I'm trying to say there. And from this point, I have a hard time believing that we do. This looks like fake out territory to me. Did we look at the daily indicators already? Stochastics, MACD, all kind of weird, but so is the price action, very neutral. You're at the base of this range, so of course you're going to be at the base of your range on your indicators as well. Weekly time frame, bullish divergence on the MACD. That's nice to see. Hard to be bearish with bullish weekly divergence on the MACD. That's for sure. I don't like the stochastics. I don't like the RSI. That being said, you are at points in the RSI where you typically do find support, so I guess that's a positive there. We're just waiting for Zebec to turn up, turn to the upside here. And with that, let me give you some price targets to watch for. We get above 00294. That would, in my opinion, really help solidify that this is the low. You get above 00412 on a weekly closing basis or a daily closing basis, that would really help with the idea that not only is this the low, but that we are in fact going to break out to new all-time highs. I still believe from here, as I did from the highs of this range, that we will break out to the upside and that we will see something on the lines of a 3 to 4.5 cent price. And I still believe that this can happen by the end of March. But if it takes longer, if it does bleed into Q2, with this pullback, I mean, that's something that might be expected as well. We'll see. I don't really have anything else that I want to say. Structurally speaking, Zebec, I think, looks really good. You're holding support at prior resistance here, holding support at prior resistance back here, holding support at your relative 0.5. It's as good a place as any to bounce, but if you don't, you really do run the risk of going back down to 1.7 cents or maybe even as low as 1.1 cent. Hit that like button, subscribe. Thank you all for being here. I'll see you on the next one. I don't think we're going to break out to the downside. I do think we're going to break out to the upside. I want to be very clear with that. Okay. Take care. Bye-bye. See you.
A shout out to Cesar. Cesar says we're going to the upside. I can respectfully disagree. I think we're going to come down just a little further, but I don't know. But let me know what you think in the comments. Put a up arrow if you think we're going up. Put a down arrow if you think we're going to go down. I love my Decent wallet. Decent wallet, awesome. Is Decent an app or is it a website? I may get Decent soon, but I like Metal Pay to move to their other wallet called the Web Authority. Stake them both. The Web Authority, but I can't get my wallet to connect. Something about Ethereum or something. I don't know, but I've been having problems connecting it. So I might try the Decent wallet. If Decent's easier than Web Authority. I feel like long-term it's worth staking for passive income if you move to Southeast Asia. Stop it. Decent wallet has staking for good coins. I might check that out. They had for a second. They may wait until laws pass to put staking back on there. They don't have staking? Oh, man. Yeah, everything waited for the act to pass. If you don't see it pass this summer, it might be forced to wait to the end of 20. I'm telling you guys, it ain't passing until the summer. If it might earliest, if it ain't the summer, it's probably going to be midterms. All these guys are telling me it's not going to happen until midterms. Midterms. Everything is going to get crazy for the midterms. Everything's coming down to the midterms. They're going to wait until the midterms. So just get it now. Midterm. Where were we? We're decent. Staking for good coins. They had it for a second. If so, I don't care how many tokens I'll hold. I thought Bitcoin went down because of Epstein files, laughing my ass off. I don't know. I've been hearing that, and then I've been hearing there's more coming for the Epsteins about Bitcoin and crypto, so it's going to get crazy. And this guy is threatening war or conflict. I should say conflict. I don't want to get demonetized. This guy's is threatening conflict, and they also said when things get crazy, he generally gets something rash, and something rash would be starting World War III. They sold for lawyers. LOL. Ledger has staking. Really? I don't know if I have a ledger though. I have a treasure that I don't have anything on, but I'm kind of cautious about spreading too thin across too many platforms. But I did mention earlier, make sure you get off of the exchanges, because the exchanges will liquidate you if they need the money, right? They'll create some kind of weird, strange thing and then liquidate you because they can. But don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And I need to grab something to drink, so we'll go with this last video for Black Root. We know when bills pass, take a few months to take effect, liking the big, beautiful bill. Definitely, Peter, but I don't think they're going to pass it, right? I think there's going to be enough back and forth to delay it till midterm. And then when the switch happens, they're going to try to push it through real quick and stall out. But we will see Can't predict the future. My crystal ball is still being held by the FBI. They're trying to predict mass weather events or something. I don't know, but they haven't given the crystal ball back. So at this point, it's just speculation. But let's go to Rue and see what is going on with the master class.
Probably never been presented this way, period. We're very proud of this research, so consider smashing the like. This will be an ongoing series throughout the week. So if you miss key parts and you tune in, you skip a video, just remember there'll be an end screen card that will take you to the previous video. Let's get right into it. And again, why it matters to you. First thing is going to be this right here. It's going to be strictly from Zebec. And basically what you're going to see is where they mention real time meets real world, right? Well, I wanted to jump down into this specific part. We have covered, both myself and Rue, these numerous connections, okay? They're enterprise partners. We're going to full screen this, and we're going to put some emphasis again on Assure. Now, Rue and I did an outline back in the in-person collabs about Assure. Let's get more into them. We used the analogy that if you're into LCX, why aren't you looking more into basically things like Zebec? Because they have this connection, this key partnership with Assure, not Microsoft Azure, different pronunciation, different company, but they are the #1 payroll and HR platform for banks. And before we get further into this, Rue, let's have you come back in the frame. I remember covering this with you a while back, and my main thing is we are going to expand on this. There will be a key highlight, everybody. This is a real treat if you're a Zebec holder, where we point out some more key connections to the bigger players. Now, we kind of scratched the surface on this when it comes to like things like Quant, Ripple, Stellar, Circle. We'll expand on that with some other ones. How about this? You guys probably never heard this. Hedera. All right. So this is going to be really cool. And again, an ongoing series. But before we get more into it, I want to get your thoughts again, because I know you've talked a lot about this, whether it was myself, maybe on your lives, et cetera, about specifically Assure.
One of the things that's really intriguing to me about Assure is that BlackRock owns a piece of them, right? And as far as their payroll of their suite, you can also do taxes from that suite. So it's very versatile, right? It's more than just payroll. I think businesses can do business to business pay if they want to as well. So it's an all-encompassing suite. So yeah, I think it opens a lot of doors via taxes, business to business. It's not just payroll. And also them having BlackRock having a piece of them is pretty intriguing to me.
Well, believe it or not, depending on which part we get to, when you mention BlackRock, we'll definitely address that as well. Let's take you over to the quick highlights, headlines of why we're connecting all this for you guys. We're going to jump on over to this other key link from Assure. As we pull that up, you see effortless payroll tax management built for any payroll system. Again, I want to highlight some of these things. Any payroll system, timely, accurate, tax filing, reporting, multi-state functionality, dedicated support team, helps businesses of all sizes, reduce risks, streamline processes. When we get further into this, it might be in part 2, you'll hear a key interview from the World Economic Forum. I know, I'm not a fan of them, but again, recent news, where you had Jeremy Allaire, a Circle, and you have some other key participants, and one key person specifically mentions payroll. Jumping more into this, let's take you to the other quick highlight. Now, Assure has HCM partners for payroll providers. A lot of talk lately about capital management and capital market ecosystems. But like I said, from Assure, unlock opportunities for growth with proven human capital management platform built for payroll service providers. Now watch this. I decided to investigate one of their partners. And if you were to go to their site, it will lead you to it. I don't have the exact link, but basically one of their key partners is Vestwell. And if anything, why do I want to point them out? Well, basically, here's some of my notes, I guess you could say, like who are Assure's most important and biggest partners. So I scroll down. I mean, everybody could claim that they're Amazon Web Services, right? There's also Intuit that makes sense, but Vestwell, nobody talked about them. They have a partnership with them to launch Assure's 401k plans, providing SMB clients. That means small, medium business clients, just in case you're new to the terminology, with retirement savings options. Now, I will have Rue come back in the frame on this for a brief bit. So I myself, Rue, I haven't had a savings account since 2021. And the reason for that is because I realized what I was making with basically crypto, right? That year it turned 10K to 120K. All right.
Yeah.
And I know you did well too, right? I know you did exceptionally well with things like Cardano and whatnot. But my main thing was, it was costing me more money to have a savings account, right? Only earning like 0.0025%, some crazy low number. And at the end of the year, with inflation and everything, it was just like, yeah, this is costing me money to have. So since then, I only had a checking account. Again, you got to pay your bills until obviously we get more clarity and everything and crypto related is implemented, but we're not there yet. So when I saw this, I said to myself, is this a nothing burger, or is there actually something really here? I'm going to share this with you, my friend, as well as our audience, and elaborate on why this is one of the most overlooked key connectors, if you will, that's Zebec related. Now, they're not directly partnered with Zebec, but again, through Assure, that matters. And then when you see the examples that we'll share, you'll be like, yeah, it seems like they are. It seems like they're going to use blockchain and they're going to streamline payroll. So who better to do it than Zebec, right? So we'll pull this up on your screen. This is good as well. And basically, this company, give me a second. Yeah, this company is called Vestvel, okay? So right here, Vestvel points out that they have payroll implementation and operations. They're local here in Phoenix, Arizona, which is interesting. And again, I decided, I was like, okay, what are you all about? Well, recently, last July, Vestvel was a guest, okay? He was a guest on Investment News, some outlet that I follow, and how he pointed out America facing new savings crisis. So again, this is another area that Zebec can touch that people aren't aware of. What's also worth pointing out is Vestvel, I know anybody can make these statements, but Vestvel is the backbone of the modern savings economy. This really caught my eye. Vestvel is a financial technology company that makes it easier for individuals to save for the life's most important moments, from retirement to education and healthcare. They were founded in 2016. They have platforms that remove traditional barriers to savings, making it accessible, et cetera, et cetera. So again, retirement plans, disability plans, et cetera, et cetera. We're going to listen to this. It's good because Vestvel CEO addresses some key things that I felt as though, holy cow, and this is where I went through the rabbit hole. You're definitely going to want to hear where we make sense of this. We'll play this, get some thoughts from Rue, and we'll be back here in just a bit. Here we go.
Aaron, you call Vestvel the backbone of America's new savings economy. What exactly is America's new savings economy?
We all know this population in this country is underserved and underbanked, and we have to fill that gap. And the savings programs that were put in place over the last 50 years were built for large corporate America, but that doesn't reflect today's workforce in a modern era, and we're reshaping that dynamic.
And you said that there's about 60 million workers caught in Americans' savings crisis. Can you dig a little bit deeper on that, and how dire is this crisis?
Right. So if you look at the population, the working population today, that 60 million people is about half of the population is not engaged in the savings conversation. Right. So going back to the world in which the savings programs were designed for, large corporate America, Fidelity, they've done a fantastic job in putting these in place. But when you think about transient workers, gig economies, those workers are left out of the savings conversation. And you think about, you play this out a few years, that gap for when people can retire, when they can save for those meaningful aspects of life continues to widen. And then we fall into a severe crisis economically across the country.
All right, that's the crisis. So what is Vestvel doing to make things better? You recently signed deals with Amazon and I think Sanderson Farms. So how are these deals representative of the way Vestvel is helping ameliorate the crisis in America?
Yeah, great question. So if you think about that workforce, right, you think about an Amazon delivery service partner, or you think about a farmer across the country, the savings infrastructures, the programs that were put in place were not built for them. So we're reshaping that dynamic, creating access, creating education, creating the ease of engagement across that workforce. You have thousands of farms across this country, and all those workers, the dynamics by which we have to engage with those individuals to help them, just as we help corporate America, is the same, but you cannot do it in the legacy infrastructure that was put in place prior to Vestvel.
Is it all about retirement? Are you doing other things for them as well, for these employees?
Yeah, it's not just about retirement, right? We think about, the end state is retirement in our lives, but you think about how do you save for education, right? If you have student loans, how do you pay down those student loans? How do you think about emergencies? How do you think about healthcare needs, disability needs? We're powering all of those programs across the country to really meet people where they are and help them through that savings journey. So ultimately, they can reach that retirement goal if they have that at the end of their working years.
Okay, my friend, this is where I'm going to really have you chime in. So for one, we know a while back, people have forgot about this. You and I haven't forgotten about this, but a lot of people have forgotten about this. So do you guys remember when we had some of these announcements, whether it's from Simon Babakani and so on, where it's just like, look, we're going to have Zebec cards on college campuses and so on. Now, again, you know where I'm going to go with this. And where I'm really going to go with it is to fast forward to this, where Simon Babakani pointed out, numerous publications cover this, where payroll growth partners roll out the next generation of payroll. Simon Babakani basically said at that time that they're thrilled to bring PayBridge into their family and are heavily focused on continuing to upgrade its tech stack. And their priority was to offer PayBridge clients, their employees, new features, for example, like daily pay and instant access to earnings through a payment card in partnership with HCM technology leaders such as you, Assure, and Zebec. Now, again, think about this guy. You mentioned farmers, you mentioned student loans. To me, these are the other side of the token, if you will, where we get more deep and realize, geez, my God, Zebec can actually branch out to all these other ones because they're going to realize that their strategic partner, Assure, already has one key master partner who does this all under one umbrella. Again, I want to get some of your thoughts in regard to just some of this on the surface.
Now, when we think about this being a gig economy, this could technically be global. And I can imagine this being very hard to do globally if you want to be like this Fidelity or some big American company to try to gig economy have someone in, say, Russia invest, or let's say China or whatever, that you got this programmer or something to that effect doing a gig economy type job to be able to invest and invest cleanly throughout their different gigs. So this is pretty interesting when you tack this onto something like Zebec. Now, no matter the gig, no matter where they are in the world, they can now invest and have savings. So this is pretty interesting when you think about it, and bringing more liquidity to the stock market and more liquidity to these savings programs. Then this is going to get the liquidity no matter where it's at. If you're a person that's good at your gig and getting gigs, well, then you can have a savings program through Assure and anything that Zebec touches. Because remember, Max, from your research with the Overledger, there are a whole bunch of different human capital management systems that are attached to the Overledger, which Zebec could tap into. And hey, so they can hit all those different human capital management systems and put liquidity into the stock market.
I was doing the grin because, ironically, that's what's going to be in part 2. So we want to test out, right? Again, test out this new format of basically around 15 minutes and keep you on the hook. Now, you may feel like,
hold on. So guys, you don't know that we're doing this in the blind, right? So I'm answering these questions in the blind. Like the first time I answered the question in the blind, I mentioned to think about taxes, and Max had to think about taxes next. And I mentioned this in the blind, and this is going to be in part 2. So it's crazy how the research from either one of us just masters up. Sometimes it just works that way. Brilliant. Love it, brother.
Thanks, man. That's the reason why I like working with you. So be out on the lookout for that. For now, simply type in this key phrase into the comments, and that is on the hook, because hopefully we kept you on the hook. You may feel it's like, you guys that tell us Jack. Again, you got to tune to the next one. You want to sit around here for an hour? Apparently, according to analytics, some of you guys are like, forget it. I'm done. And based on the market, we got to recognize that the people won't sit around. So again, type in on the hook if you listen to this. We appreciate you guys. I so promise you're going to love part 2. So we won't keep you. We'll see you guys on part 2. Over and out. Peace.
After these messages, we'll be right back. Yeah.
I have many friends that are earning every single day trading futures on BTCC. It's a simple process, and even if you don't want to learn how to trade, you could follow a trader on the site and let him do the trading for you. And again, I'm not trying to have any of you guys use your hard-earned money to lose anything. You don't know what you're doing? Don't jump into this, but there is money to be made, and don't use your nest egg for leverage trading. Use a separate portfolio. But I suggest learn how to trade. Earn you some extra money on BTCC. It's easy. You don't have to KYC, and you don't have to use a virtual private network VPN. This is a wonderful site. They've been around since 2011. Give them a shot. Also, when you earn that extra money, you can store that on your Decent wallet. The Decent wallet was not affected by the XRPL debacle, where the backdoor of many wallets was open and there was a breach. So Decent wallet was not affected by that. Decent wallet is as safe as you keep your seed phrase. It's a wonderful product, and you can get the discount by using the link. It's the only way to get the affiliate discount, and that is to use an affiliate.
But yeah, shout out to Black Rue and X for the master class, MindMet Series 1 connection. What is it? Hit all day. Ledger has staking. We all know the bill pass takes a few months to take effect. Z-Man, I have the payroll. Phantom Beats, what up? What up, Silver Days? But ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, cats and dogs, we are getting ready to shut it down. Thanks for joining. But don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and hit your main man up with a super chat. Appreciate everyone following the channel. And as always, let's get back to the money, guys, and stay dangerous. Miner out.